I hate mornings, and I'm not really much of a night owl either, but I just really don't like to get up in the mornings. And you might expect this to be a video that's all about 6 ways to be more productive or 6 ways to become a morning person, and you'll find plenty of videos like that on YouTube, but this is not it. So if you're here for that, go ahead and get out of here. If you hate mornings and you've tried all those things and you want to just figure out how the heck to cope with mornings, this is the video for you. And this is how I make mornings suck a little bit less. Levi, say good morning, Levi. Oh my God, honey, this is the cutest thing I've ever done. So the first thing you need to do is eliminate as many decisions as possible. Part of what makes mornings suck so much is that on top of getting out of bed, you've got to decide what you're gonna wear, what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna do, and it's just a lot. It feels really overwhelming. It's too much to think about, so it's easier to lay in bed and just go back to sleep. But if you can eliminate as many of those decisions as possible, it will make your morning suck just a little bit less, because then you just gotta get out of bed and kind of let the morning take you. Here's how I do that. So this sucks for a minute, but it's pretty effective at waking me up, especially in the winter. I have smart lights in my bedroom, and I set automation that turns them on when I want to wake up. I've alternated between slowly turning them on with dimming or just turning on some lights at the time, and I've also tried bringing them all on, and to be honest, the full-on light show is annoying for a second, but most effective. Couple this with an alarm clock going off on the other side of the room, and that helps. So please, for the love of all that is pure, at least make sure the alarm clock sound is soothing or something nice besides that obnoxious blaring. I thought everyone was kidding when they said get a dog, but they meant it. Levi is a great alarm clock, and although he's annoying sometimes, waking up to puppy kisses and gentle whimpers to go outside, it's definitely not the worst way I've ever woken up. And I know you can't always get a dog, so I recognize this won't work for everyone, but I don't know, make your roommate get one. So one of the hardest pieces of mornings is picking out your clothes. And I know what you think I'm gonna say, just pick out your clothes the night before, or just sort it all out for the week. But I actually don't find that advice helpful, and I'm assuming you don't either. I actually have a different system I like to employ. What I do is I keep my shorts and my sweatpants in these drawers, and when I do laundry and put them away, I just bring them right in here, and I try to sort them by colored pants versus neutral pants. So I don't know, basically like neutrals like black, navy, white, and then anything else is like colors, pop, or whatever the fashionistas are calling it these days. So I sort it like that, and I always put it in the back. And then in the morning, I start my day by picking out a pair of pants or shorts, depending on the temperature. And so I grab one of those, and then from there, I don't even have to think about it. I just grab whatever's next up in the queue. And then from there, I go to the closet, and I pick out a shirt where I do the same thing. Come on. Let me show you. We're going to my closet. We're going to my closet. Going to my closet. Yeah, okay, all right. So we've got, let me just scooch on in here. All right, so in my closet, right? And I've got my shirts sorted the exact same way, where I have my black and white shirts here. Let me get you guys on in here a bit. Yeah, so I've got my black and white neutrally sort of shirts here. Then I've got my colored shirts here. So when I'm doing laundry, just put them towards the back. So again, start my day with, got my pair of pants, and then I'm like, oh, it's a colored pair of pants. Guess we're gonna go for a neutral shirt. Just grab whatever is next up in the queue, and boom, I've got an outfit. It's that easy.
It's all over the way.
The worst part of waking up is feeling overwhelmed with everything you have to do and just the feeling of not knowing where to start, and you don't have any time to do it. So I like to plan out my day before, and I actually use a tool called Taskable, where I have tasks queued up for the day, and I actually just navigate over to the exact day, and I plan what I want to work on that day. I drag my tasks over and plot them out on the calendar, so that way when I wake up, I've already got everything right here. I know exactly what I'm working on for the day. All right, so we've eliminated decisions. So that's great. You've just got to get out of bed and do things, and you don't have to think. But now you need to make it easy. And the way to do that is take anything that you think is hard and just don't do that in the mornings. Pretty simple. I don't like meetings, so I try not to do meetings first thing in the morning if I can. In the winter, I try to make sure the heat is on so I'm not having to also get out of bed and deal with freezing cold. here's a couple other things I do to make mornings a little easier. First of all, I don't eat the frog. And if you're wondering what that means, this is really common productivity advice. It's the idea that if the first thing you do in the day is eat a frog, then you've done the worst thing and your day can only get better. I understand the sentiment, but if you're laying in bed dreading getting up, the last thing that's going to motivate you is to get up and do your hardest task. This is also why I don't work out first thing in the morning. I prefer to start with quick, easy wins, like writing down something I'm grateful for, making my bed, any tasks at work that I'm looking forward to or have already made some progress on. Related to not eating the frog, I like to ease myself into the day with some tasks that don't require my brain to be fully turned on yet. For instance, I like to start by reading my newsletters, like Morning Brew and The Navigator and 5 a.m. Joel, and then I like to check my work email and Slacks. Again, not common productivity advice here, but it works for me. I like to see what's going on and absorb info rather than take action and produce things right away. One last pro tip. There's no way to make mornings amazing. If you're not a morning person, there's no way to suddenly become one. There's not a silver bullet to make mornings not suck. But as simple as it sounds, all you have to do is just try to make it suck less. Don't overcomplicate it. Just don't do things that you don't like. Start the day with something you enjoy. If I get up 30 minutes earlier than I have to, I'll use those 30 minutes to do something I'm looking forward to, like reading a book or even watching a TV show. Call a friend who also has to get up in the mornings and just make each other laugh. Do things that you enjoy. Dance to your favorite music. Make your favorite coffee drink. Mine is a cold brewed shaker with almond milk. Would this really be a productivity video if I didn't show you how I made my morning coffee drink? It's actually equal parts cold brew and almond milk and a couple shots of chocolate squirted in there, but yeah, just, cliche, had to throw this in here. It's a great drink. Shout out to my favorite coffee shop of all time, Chocolate Holler in Lexington, Kentucky, for making this drink. And they taught me how to make my own version at home while I'm not living in Kentucky. At the end of the day, well, actually at the beginning of the day, since we're talking about mornings, okay, I'll see myself back out. You don't have to follow anybody's advice, including mine. Do what works for you. You don't have to drink a glass of water in the morning as soon as you wake up. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. and exercise. You don't have to like mornings. You can be a totally productive person and sleep in and hate mornings, and that's totally fine. So do what works for you, experiment around and try some things, and just try to figure out how to make mornings suck less so when you do get up, you're ready to hit the ground running and be as productive as you possibly can. So thanks for watching, and if you have any other ideas or how to make mornings suck a little bit less, I'd love to hear them. Feel free to drop them in the comments. And that's all for this week, but I'll see you next time.